Hey everyone, it is 6:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the 4-hour chart of Bitcoin, BTC, USD on the Bitfinex exchange. It is June 6th. This video is for educational purposes only and it is not investment advice. Okay, so if you've seen my prior videos, I've talked about that the overall market now since the February 6,000 low is in an uptrend, right? So if you followed along, I'm going to save you the time and not talk about everything. If you've not watched my prior videos, you can for a more in-depth analysis. But anyways, the bigger picture is, since February is the bigger picture, is that we're in an uptrend, right? Until we break this green line down here at roughly 69.50. Now, right now, Bitcoin is still in a basing pattern. That's why I have this purple box here. There's going to be a lot of volatility in this area. We did have an uptrend that we've busted out of twice now, recaptured. The question is, can we hold the second time? What I think might be forming here is we may have a high and then a weaker reaction to that high. If that is the truth, then Bitcoin may be headed down, obviously fulfilling this box. The question is, does price break below 69.50? If price does break below 69.50, then the next major support is the bottom of this base at 64.25. If 64.25 gets taken out, then it's down to the 6,000 low. I don't want to talk about anything beyond that because it's just, pure fantasy. So the thing is, we have to see what price brings us throughout, the next few days that are going to unfold. We're still inside this consolidation range. I did have that secondary line out here. We did break that line, so I removed it. The line is now invalidated. This line is also invalidated as well too, but the only reason why I keep it is just to show the selling pressure. So we still have a lot of pressure from sellers. Even though we're breaking through, there's still a lot of pressure from the sellers, and you can visually see that because all I have to do is just trace the line like so, and you can see the axis. You can see how price is revolving around this line to the downside, okay? So that's the only reason why I keep that line there. That line is absolutely meaningless now. The next major downtrend line is going to be roughly right around here at about the 8,000 level, maybe 8,100, depending on how fast we move to the upside if we do break the base. If not, price is going to head to the downside to about 69.50. So the real big number to look for is 9,990 is this top. I've talked about it in all my videos. If we do not break above that, then price is going to flounder around in here, and it's going to take a long time for price to move up. Even if we hold this uptrend line, you can see it's at a very subtle increase over the horizontal orange line. What that tells you is price is going to take longer to move up. Yes, it is in an up direction. Yes, there are more buyers than sellers in the bigger picture, since the February 6,000 bottom, which is a positive sign, but it's also telling us that, hey, it's going to be a while before we break 9,990, 11,700, 17,000, 20,000, etc., right? So, and I don't think a lot of people are accounting for that, and I know a lot of people are not talking about that because what I base my lines off of are the frequency of price and what's happening between buyers and sellers. That energy is what these lines are depicting. So my trading analysis is much different from somebody else that's just using lagging indicators or something like that, right? I'm trying to guess where the future is going to bring price, and basically that momentum is what these lines are showing us. So we can see the downward pressure, we can see the downward movement on the short term, but we can see the upward movement and pressure from the longer term, and I mean that by February of that 6,000 bottom, okay, across the market. So hopefully all that makes sense, level everything out, but right now I definitely think we are going to stay within this consolidation range, whip around. The only thing that scares me in this market is if we do get a long range bar somewhere from the zone and we pop up like so. I do not think we're going to have enough energy based on the 24-hour volume I've been seeing in this market. It's dwindled all the way down to about 4.5 on some days to about 4.6. Now we're kind of around 4.7. But anyways, we've dwindled down a lot. So if we do not get not only a gigantic bar, but a monster influx in volume, I'm talking 9 billion, 10 billion, 11 billion, 12 billion, like we started getting into this range. If we don't have that type of follow through and that type of pressure to push price up, then more than likely this next run, if we do get a run to the upside, will not break 9,990. And if you've been watching my videos, I talked about price floundering around in here, even though, yes, we would have a move, but price would more than likely flounder and move more towards a horizontal axis, showing more indecision and showing the normalization of the market, as well as building the base for Bitcoin to go much higher into the future. It's not that it's the end of the market, it's just that price is going to somewhat flatten out at a subtle increase, if that makes sense to everybody. So if we break down and we get under 69.50, that's not going to be a good sign, as the next support zone is 64.25, and then we're negating this series of higher lows and higher highs. We're starting to definitely move flat, but that flat is actually starting to look kind of like a subtle decrease to the downside, showing that the sellers are now keeping control of this market and they're kind of taking the ball away from the buyers, if that all makes sense to everybody. So that's pretty much it for right now. I kind of went off in the future on, towards the tail end of the video, but we're in a horizontal consolidation. Anytime you're in there, you have to expect volatility. You have to give price its room to work itself out, and then it'll show you which way it's going to go. So everybody should somewhat be on the same page, understand exactly what to expect in this market if we do take off. I do not think that we're going to make an explosive move like we've done in the past. You can also see that too really quickly if you've not seen my prior videos. Through the series of arches, they are getting smaller and smaller. These moves are getting smaller and smaller. You do not need me to tell you that. You can visually see that on the chart, right? So keep that in mind. Smaller moves means longer time for price to make its trip to the upside. And I know there's tons of articles and videos and so forth talking about breaking this 20,000 top by the end of the year, going to 50,000, 100,000. I don't even know. There's probably $1 million valuation somewhere by December this year out there. But anyways, it's all crazy pie in the sky. If we do not break 9,990, everyone else with figures above here is just wishing for price to rise, as well as a unicorn and a screen door submarine and a rocket ship to go to the sun at night. So anyways, that's it for tonight. Hope everybody has a great day, great night, depending on where you are in the world. I do thank you for your time. I thank you for your support. I thank all my subscribers on all my social media platforms. If you've not joined the Slack channel, it's absolutely free to do so. There's over 346 members now from all across the globe. It's all cryptocurrency oriented. Everyone's extremely friendly. It's just a nice community to be a part of. If you're new to cryptocurrency, or you're tenured in the niche, and you've been doing this for a long time, there's just a lot of helpful people there. Everyone, like I said, is just extremely friendly. You can visit my site, geometriccharts.com. At the bottom, I have my social media links, and I have the link to my Slack channel as well. So everybody have a great day, great night. Thank you for your support.